Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. Myself Arindam and I'm a legal intern at Lexis & Company, and today we'll be discussing on a topic a bit different from commercial laws or on the topic of commercial laws of course, but different from business and all of it, and also from criminal trust and all of it. So we'll discuss on the topic of NGO and how was the registration process. So the word NGO means non-governmental organizations. I hope all of you know that. And in India, it refers to a body that is detached from the government and profit framework of usual business. These bodies work towards the broad advancement of the society, its bylaws, and operates as a small unit which fills the gap at places where the government cannot reach efficiently, and business cannot be done with eloquent returns government by certain NGO laws. The term NGO is used as an umbrella to cover all the legal entities that seek philanthropic and charitable funds and utilize them towards the advancement of the societies without the motive to originate profit from it, or use the profit from the business of the NGO and utilize the same in the implementation of its object. An NGO can either be a trust, a society, or a Section 25 company. Now, NGO can register itself as a legal entity in the way in India. First is a trust, the second is a society, and third is the Section 25 of the company under the 1956 Indian Company Act. Now the trust registration. Trusts are formed with the settlers of the property, transfers any property and offers its benefit for the well-being of recipients or for the practice of public purpose. The main aim of these persons who register a trust in India is to make use of the assets of the trust to attain welfare of the public at large and promote a charitable cause called a public charitable trust. Such trusts do not possess a fixed beneficiary but the public in huge. Generally, establishment is a common trait. A trust is irrevocable without the intervention of the court. Know how to register your NGO. Society registration, Section 8 company and NGO compliance. So society registration. Society possesses in memorandum of associations and rules of regulations of bylaws. The society registration fee and the processes needs to be registered with the registrar of society or the commissioner of trust appointed by the state government. A society has a chance to alter its MOA and increase or decrease its objectives and working from time to time. A society must inform the registrar annually about the change in the quorum of the society. A society can be terminated as per the terminations clauses in bylaws, and after termination, the society will be merged with a society of a similar object. Now, Section 8 of the company. MO and AOA from the legal document of Section 8 of the company. Section 8 registration or company registration needs to be filed under the central government to the registrars of companies with required approval. The process is similar to the formation of a public limited company or a private limited company. Section 8 of company is required to do the annual compliances similar to other companies. NGO compliances. Now, many NGOs feel immune to all the form of taxation because they exist as a non-profit entity, but this is just a myth. The following sections talks about important compliances that an NGO is required to do to prove in its accordance or it's genuine in accordance to the NGO laws. PAN. After registration of an NGO with respective authority, the first thing is to apply for the PAN of the NGO. It is mandatory to apply PAN after registration of an NGO. Registration under Section 12A of the Income Tax Act. The registration of NGO under Section 12A of the is necessary for getting some benefits of taxation. Section 12A is not a mandatory registration. The main reason for getting this registration under Section 12A is to get the benefits of the exemptions from the income tax on the income of the NGO, if all the rules and regulations laid down in the sections are fulfilled. The amendments made in the Finance Act to 2020 to 2021 had made some changes for the already registered NGOs. The organization registered on Section 12A have to reapply for the validity under the income tax to continue their exemptions. Also, the validity has to be renewed after 5 years. Previously, the validity was permanent, but now the validity in the Finance Act 2020 to 2021, it has been changed and the validity has to be renewed after 5 years. So this is all about NGO and how it can be registered in India. So although it seems that thank you for watching LexClick, and please do comment, like and subscribe to our channel, and if you have any queries about how to register an NGO, please do comment in the comment box. Our team and I will be delighted to answer you. Thank you.